But most of the time, when you're full, going for a dessert is a bit of extra that you might not want just for your health. You know, it's sweet things and you're already full, so why would you go for dessert?
I don't know, but we've never really go out and have dessert. Maybe because of the diet, like if you go for a Chinese meal, and that's usually what we always have on a daily basis, it does not include ice cream as dessert or a dessert at the end of the meal.
I need the space to eat the dessert, so if you make my main course slightly smaller and leave me a bit of space, then I would want to eat something else after the main course is a dessert. But yeah, I mean, I had banana leaf for lunch. You don't want dessert after that.
No?
Anyway, they stand on the menu, so yeah.
Oh, the only like desserts I would go out for is chocolate brownie and an ice cream on the top.
Very rarely, and if I do, that would be some kind of pastry mixed ice cream mixed something else.
Okay.
Maybe chocolate. I would not order a two-bowl ice cream or something like that, just on its own. But like brownie and vanilla ice cream.
Not alone, unless like we go out for a good Western meal and dessert is on the menu, then maybe we order it. But usually if we're too full, then we don't even bother.
I think if I was somewhere and I ate something and then the option was there, sort of like, oh, by the way, you can get this stuff, I would go for it. It's not something that I would go out and look for by myself, just for the sake of just for the sake of dessert. It would be something like I was out, either having a drink or with friends and it just happened to be on the menu and, oh yeah, let's try that out, that seems interesting. But it isn't something that I would go looking for.
Not overly sweet.
I agree.
Is
that a taste thing or
it's a taste
thing?
It's more of a taste thing. Like increasingly I find that I have a preference for savory type food, so...
Well, as I'm growing older, actually, I don't go for sweet things right away. And if I do have dinner, normally I won't go into the dessert. I will just stop after the main course, take a coffee, espresso single, and then that's it.
Because I like fruits. It's sweet.
Anything sweet is good.
Yeah.
For me, no, I think I had ice cream. My relationship with ice cream started young. So I grew to be able to discern the imported variety from the local variety.
Yeah, from the walls, you kind of made it in life if you could afford to buy Haagen-Dazs, right? Yeah, because it was pricey and it was good. You were paying for stuff. Yeah, I think we even have gourmet ice cream potong, right? And I don't know. I think that defeats the purpose of ice cream potong. It's supposed to be dirty and rough and I don't know, it's made at home, it's made here, right? Why does it have to be so expensive?
Haagen-Dazs, Baskin Robbins. McDonald's, it's on McDonald's.
It doesn't mean to say that I don't appreciate a fantastic dessert. I really do, but it's not something that I'll go out and look for.
If I had to put a time frame on it, once in 3-4 months, once a quarter maybe. It's not something you can find in school after it, or you have to be at a cafe or somewhere to find it, and I don't automatically think I want dessert with my meal, so hence...
so unless it's in front of you?
Yeah, I'll eat it if it's in front of me for sure, but I don't think, let's go to this cafe because they serve the Last Polka. Okay, if you came in like, I don't know if it's available actually, pint size, something you can have at home, probably. Something that's easily accessible, but maybe it's at supermarkets. You know what I mean? I have thought about it'd be cool to have ice cream delivery, but how would they transport that to my home without ice cream melting? Must be a lot of dry ice. But I think that'd be interesting because I do order in quite a bit, and it would be a nice treat.
Vanilla and Oreo and chocolate. Treats. I like the mango, the Nutella, and the kaya.
Creamy, smooth, creamy. How they whip it together. Yeah, I like chunks in ice cream. That's really delicious.
Those pastries mix ice cream, so I like the hot and cold. I like the the different textures.
The flavors was really pop. The flavors was really getting me. That I'm picking this over my favorite ice cream to make me change my mind.
Flames, something burned, killed, dead, hunted, it's sort of that kind of thing.
There is, I'll indulge in it that very rarely, and even then it's like a sliver, maybe twice a year now, because of that condition, but there is this gorgeous chocolate cake at Delectable. This layered, because the thing is my palate's changed. I don't go crazy over sugar, so if it's overly sweetened cake or whatever, I don't like it. But bitter chocolate cake, anything that's not too sweet, but you can taste that they've used good cocoa, sends me to the moon. But no, seriously, there's a market, because apparently there's a really large part of the population under the age of 25 who've turned diabetic. It's an unhealthy generation. Cater to that. Cater to it. We have a market there. Over here.
I remember when Magnum first came out, it was a very expensive ice cream. Nobody bought ice creams on a stick for that price. And you didn't know it was made by Walls, right? And they just branded themselves as Magnum, and it was suddenly premium and delicious. And people were suddenly willing to pay, 8 ringgit for an ice cream,
I think it's about 350.
It was 350? Okay, it felt like 8 ringgit lah, Because normally it's 50 cents. So, yeah, so I think that's good. I think I admit it, I'm a sucker for marketing and branding, and that's kind of, so I use an iPhone.
So in my mind, I think it's because men tend to be interested in some kind of performance benefit for ice cream. In my mind, when I think of dessert and things like that, I think of, it's got caffeine, or maybe it has nicotine or some kind of exciting chemical or whatever to give me some energy or something like that. I think it's totally different from what girls go for, what women go for. When you see a commercial for yogurt or something and it's geared towards women, she's reclining in these soft bed sheets and pillows. There's a light breeze blowing and her hair moves, and she sort of sits seductively with her spoon and plays with the food. And eventually, at the end of all of this, they get to whatever it is she's eating. Whereas if you look, I think, at a traditional guy food commercial, it's sort of the stereotypical one's the American pizza commercial where they have, now with more dead animals, just loads of more meat than anything you've ever thought of before. Just something crazy, something macho.